What up? Sorry, man. I'm not used to this holder. I'm in the other car. So, I wanted to talk to you today about like securing your own coins. All right. It's a fundamental. How can I put it, man? It's like a staple of cryptocurrencies and the cryptocurrency community. And when Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin, how, the methodology behind the need for creating a coin like that, right? And it is being in control of your own funds. That's like incredibly important to the whole ethos of cryptocurrencies in general. And so, I know it's tough in the beginning. I know it's like a very different thing, right? Like custodying your own coins and keeping track of your own dollars and not having, a tech support to call about your own coins and things like that. But I want you to understand, just how important it is to be able to hold on to your own and secure your own funds. It's a big thing. It's a big deal, right? And so, sorry, man. I know it looks bad. It's because the angle, of the camera and stuff like that. Anyway, so in America, it's not so bad of a, it's not so urgent of an issue to be, wanting to keep track and control your own currency. It's not so important for people to do that. But around the world, majority of places around the world, it is important, right? And in a lot of places, they really don't have an option other than keeping it physically, at their home or business or facility or whatever. And, anytime you have something physical, somebody can get physical with you. You know what I'm saying? So in crypto, because nobody controls the money anyway, nobody has any control over the money whatsoever. When you have your money, you control it. You're the only one you can control yours, but you can't control anybody else's, and nobody else can control yours. And so I say all that, right, to say that it's part of being involved in crypto. It's part of investing in cryptocurrencies, knowing how to manage, store, and transfer the coin that you have. It's a really important thing to be able to do, and you should really consider taking the time out to just learn it. It's really simple. It's just like sending something from it's just like using Cash App. It's exactly the same way. It's just you can't call Cash App and be like, yo, Cash App, you know what I mean? I lost my password, so give me my access to my funds. That's the difference, is that there's no tech support. But other than that, it's one person's ID, and I want to send this amount to this ID. Great, put in the password. Great, boom, it's sent off, and that's it. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can intercept it. Nobody can. None of that. It's once you initiate the transaction is going to make it to this destination. That's it. Especially when you use a Lightning network, it's instantaneous. It works very quickly for very cheap. Now, all right. So there's that, right? And then we're gonna move to, the next level of that, right? And people are going to want services for managing crypto holdings and custodying crypto holdings. And those are two different things, okay? So investment management, it's, for some people it can be good. If you're somebody who you don't want to check your portfolio 40 times a day, or when Bitcoin's up, you feel like, oh, it's up, and then when it's down, it's like, oh, it's down, and you're going into depression over it because you can't handle the swings that happen in crypto. Then maybe you want to invest, right? You see the investment opportunity and you're like, what, I need to be in this, but you can't emotionally handle, actually doing this thing. Then you might want to give your crypto over to like an investment management firm or entity or whatever, you know, because they're not going to sell when Bitcoin dumps, you know, 30%, 40%, you know, because they understand the time of the market that they're in. And so they're not really focused on price. They're focused on, you know, market structure and where we are in the timing of market structure and the timeline of the market. So, you know, that might be a benefit to you, right? You also might not be able, you don't know to buy Meta Hero or Energy Web Token, you know, some of the coins I mentioned the other day. You don't know to buy it, right? So since you don't know to buy it, like, you're not actively seeking it to go get. Therefore, you don't take advantage of those coins, you know. If they do well, you know, you don't get to reap the benefits of that because you don't know. And so, you know, maybe a management company might be a good look for you, because it's very rare that you're going to find people who will, you know, give you these tokens or, you know, the names of these coins for free. Like, you usually have to pay for these things. It's very rare that people will give you this stuff for free. So, and then getting it is a whole another piece. It's like another whole nother hassle. And, you know, you may be in a position where you cannot invest in certain coins because you live in the U.S., right? And the U.S. is restricting, you know, certain cryptocurrencies, or everybody's kind of skittish because of the way the SEC is handling XRP, even though it's not really right what they're doing. But, you know, still people are skittish about it. So you can't, you know, not all the coins are available. Everybody's like, you know what? Well, fine. If you're going to give us trouble like that, and that's a U.S. based company, XRP, if you're going to give them trouble, then shoot, man, I don't even want to sell to you guys. You guys can just stay out of it. You know what I mean? Come in later when you guys clear up all the hoopla that's going on over there. So maybe you want to give your money to a management company who can get access to some of those coins, you know, outside of the U.S., so that you have exposure to it. Obviously, you have to split a fee and whatnot. I'm just saying there's some scenarios where that makes sense, okay? Most of the time, though, I would advise against it. You know, I would advise against, you know, you forking your crypto over to anybody, you know, management company or not. I just would say no, don't do it. It's not worth it. So, the reason why I say that is because, you know, most of the time, these are folks who have to submit to a regulatory body, right, at some point. And if this regulatory body decides to seize or garnish or confiscate or, you know, temporarily, you know, control the funds, or remove the person who can control the funds, and then you don't have access to it anyway, you know what I'm saying? Now you're in trouble with your own money. Your own money is in trouble. But if it was just with you, right, you know, if you don't have access to your coins, it's one thing. Like, you can't spend it anyway. You know what I mean? But if somebody else doesn't have access to your coins, and you don't have access to your coin, like, okay, now you got a problem. So I always advocate for you to custody your own coins. What is custody, man? I'm sorry, I didn't even clear any of these words. So custodying your own coins means you own the private key to a wallet. Every Bitcoin wallet, like let's say you had Cash App, right? You have your Cash App thing. You know, the private key is essentially like your username or email and password. Without those two things, you cannot enter into your Cash App or Venmo or whatever to be able to transact, receive, or send, right? The same thing, you know, private key is the same thing, except, I mean, it's just the same thing, but it's just on the blockchain, and it's for Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or XRP or any other coin that's out there. And so you custodying it means that you hold on to that private key and nobody else. If you forgot your password, but you knew your email address and was able to get into your email address, you can go to Cash App, the company, and you can say, hey, tech support, I need access to my account. And they'll figure out a way to get you access to your account. With crypto, you cannot do that, right? And the con is that, you know, if something happens where you don't remember your password or whatever, tough luck, you're out of your coin. But the pro is that no matter what's happening, whether there's a bank run going on or, you know, mass seizures of, you know, electronic cash or freezing of accounts, all of which have happened in countries in 2020 and 2021, and, you know, Australia, Lebanon, Syria, what's it called? I think Bahrain did it. There's a bunch of countries around the world where something like that happened to their financial system, and people lost a lot of faith in it. So all that has happened before. It's not like it could never happen. It can happen, right? And it can happen in America too. Don't be fooled, right? So I always advocate for custodying your own coins, being in control of your own coins. Now, you can do things like, transact with somebody who may sell you coin that you don't have access to, or you just don't want to go through the trouble to get. You don't want to download this, install that, and copy this, paste it there, and now open up your browser and unlock this plugin and swap it out, and then swap for this on this other platform in order to get the token. Like, maybe you don't want to do all that. I get it. You know what I mean? It sucks to have to do all that. But in order to get the coins early or get the coins at a certain price, you have to do that. Unless you're just trading with somebody who goes through that, who already went through that trouble, and they're willing to sell you their coin, right? But either way, like, that's cool because you still have access to that coin at any time. Like, it's your coin. It's not their coin. You're not giving them coin. You're transacting with them for for the coin that you want to hold, and you have the capability of holding. And so, yeah, man, like that's in a nutshell, like, how I look at custodying. It's really, when you get down to it, when you start doing it and you start engaging in crypto and you start downloading some of these wallets and moving coin into them, you're going to realize that it's not as complicated as you thought it was going to be. It is something new to learn. I'm not saying that it's not something new to learn. It absolutely is, but it's just not as complicated as you might think it is. And it's really, really important for you guys to just learn how this stuff works, just to be able to store it, move it, or transfer it, or in the event like you drop your phone in the toilet, you can plug in your private key in order to pull your wallet back up. Things like that, fundamental things, like literally those 3-4 things. That's all you need to know. If you know that, you're good, you're straight. Okay, so yeah, it's my 2 cents, 2 satoshis. I love you. I hope everything works out, man. I hope you're taking advantage of some of the things that you have the opportunity to take advantage of, and I hope it works out for you. All right, love you. Peace.